Hello, fellow trainers, and welcome back for another visit to the Halzari region as part of the Pokemon Bliss and Oblivion project here at PTE Creative. As always, I'm your host, Evan Davies. But you want to meet some new Pokemon, and I want to give it to you. So, without further ado, let's meet the new Pokemon. On today's visit, you'll be meeting Armaglow, the final evolution of one of our regional bug types, our Route 1 bug, if you will. Now, Armaglow should have a little bit of resemblance, especially from the glowing feature, as a couple weeks back on the channel, we introduced the Route 1 bug that it evolves from, Glowgrub. So Glowgrub is our Route 1 bug that you would find in your basic Route 1 forest or grass patches, whatever you may say. But this fun little guy is quite the popular feature in not only my own household, but across the channel and the socials. A lot of people come to really like Glowgrub. But as we all know, Route 1 bugs, they need to evolve. Goes to Armaglow. Armaglow still has that big glowing feature, but we're getting a more iridescent look as well here. And a far more fearsome, protective style of Pokemon here. A little bit even more menacing, if you will. We have a red fang pattern, and we have those X'd out wings to give us something of a immediate visual nod into something that's dangerous, which is the whole point behind Armaglow. Now, we're going to keep flipping back and forth between artwork and entry. However, let's go to its Pokedex entry for right now. Armaglow is the glowing armor Pokemon, because it not only does it have its existing bug typing, however, it also moves into a steel typing. And I nodded to this a couple weeks ago when we did Glowgrub's entries. However, the steel typing comes in, not only are we having this very armor plate style design, and we have almost a Shogun-like helmet here, but the iridescence is because of metallic almost fragments of the body glowing and giving a radiating sort of feature. So that's part of the reason that we get the steel typing. Also, it becomes a very unique bug type Pokemon because it becomes so much more of a defensive powerhouse that way. And you can see that reflected in the stats. Glowgrub was a very meager Pokemon. It's possibly the weakest Pokemon, statistically speaking, I've ever created and released thus far. However, Armaglow really picks up the heat and becomes a very worthwhile contending Pokemon with its base set stats. 80 health points to start, already a good healthy amount for a base set. And we have a healthy speed stat at 91. The attack and special attack are at 61, so they're elevated, but we want to emphasize the idea of the Pokemon. And it's more so defense. We have this radiating light from this Pokemon, making it harder to find, harder to see in terms of a focus effect. Obviously, you'd be able to see it a mile away with how it radiates light. However, to pinpoint exactly where it is a little bit more difficult because it has such a radiant glow to it. So again, we wanted to focus on defensive strategies here. So already the defense stat is 71 instead of the 61 that the attack and special attack gets. Speed stat is boosted even more to that 91, really giving it a little hardy speed there. And then the special defense is at a 106. So we're really getting that more tanked out special defense monster here that is going to be steady for you as a team member if you were to play. Average stat of 78.3 is really nice with a total of 70. So I want to reflect that in the typing and the statistics. Now, the ability is a custom ability. If you've heard me before on the channel, you know I'm not crazy about creating abilities. I've gotten a lot of comments actually about the creating abilities, and everyone's like, oh, it should have its own ability. It should have its own ability. Part of the reason that I do abilities is such in which, let's go back to the art for a second and have this little discussion. Now, Armaglow, I did not do what I normally do. It's highly suggested by a lot of successful fakemon artists across the world. It's something I absolutely agree with and what I learned from them and agree with because it makes everything more tangible. Keep color palettes that are already existing within Pokemon designs. We didn't really do that with Armaglow here. We went with far more of a color palette that's unique in its own. Shaping. The shaping of this Pokemon is very bit different. We have rounded wings with a almost pointed tip, though. A lot of rounded features in areas you probably see more straight lines, and then when you get straight lines and points in this Pokemon, they're very distinct and they stand out because everything else is rounded. So this is inherently a different style of design than a lot of Pokemon that we already get. So those are two things that we already lost to help give someone who's just seeing this Pokemon for the first time the tangibility that this is a real Pokemon that they should feel as something that's tangibly real with the rest of the franchise. So one of the things that I always like to do with that is the ability. But this was to show how unique Armaglow is. Already, this Pokemon has far more of a stat feature than a traditional Ret 1 bug can usually have in the game. There's a reason for that, and one day we'll get into that a little bit. However, I always try to keep abilities because, again, it's something that's pre-existing and it's tangibly real for a fan. It feels far more... You can accept it more as a fan because it already exists, so you already know it's cool, it works within the game, versus someone just saying, oh, it does this. However, I thought Armaglow, especially with that unique glowing feature, deserved a little bit of something different. So I created the ability Luminance. Now, there's already an ability called Illuminate, which helps you find or attract other wild Pokemon that you may not see without a Pokemon in your party that has Illuminate. Luminance, on the other hand, not only does it help you find Pokemon you may not see as often with the Illuminate ability, but it gives an added feature within battle. And that Luminance, this is such a luminous, brilliantly bright Pokemon defensively that it's going to lower your accuracy because it's almost as if you're looking into the sun, how you can't really tell where things are because you're blinded from the light. That was the idea with Luminance. So you're going to be able to find Pokemon a little bit faster because you're using that luminant light to your advantage to find Pokemon that you wouldn't be able to find without it. Plus, others that are looking at that light are going to have lowered accuracy because of that. So it's just one step forward of an ability, so there's still some tangible pieces to it, like a traditional ability. However, here we then get a new ability that's really cool. And I think it shows really well in the Pokedex entry as well. Though beautiful, this brilliant light in the night sky indicates danger. In Armaglow, specifically those in a sparkle of Glowgrub, are quick to attack those they perceive as threats. So again, we look at defense. It's always on a protective mode. It's already on a patrolling mode. If you see this giant glowing orb with a bunch of sparkles around it like a Glowgrub would give it, you're in a group where you're seeing all these beautiful little flickering on and off sparkles of a Glowgrub, and then this one brilliant shining light next to them at all times, you know that's an Armaglow. And that's not a Pokemon to trifle with. And if you invade its turf, it perceives itself. It's no different than a lot of other animals. Animals don't attack you for the most part just to attack you. They attack you because you've engaged this defensive measure within them. So I want to reflect that in the Pokédex entry, in the statistics, even in the typing, even in the nickname of the Pokemon, and the ability. It all allows Armaglow to have a natural advantage that it normally wouldn't have. Its attack power, not high. However, could it attack you by blinding you because you gotten too close and invaded its territory and made it feel defensive? That could work. So that's the whole point. It's getting the ideas together so that when you go from this little guy who only has decent defense stats but no attack ability, it's always trying to evade and protect itself. It's not trying to attack. When you then evolve and get to Armaglow, you've got some teeth behind you. You've got the ability to defend and attack, but you're really still focused on what was ingrained from you in the start, which was evade, protect yourself, defense, 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 defense. So that's why we always do it the way I did it, and that is why the stats in the Pokedex entry reflect that in Armaglow. Now, I do hope that you guys liked seeing Armaglow and you like seeing the artwork here on the channel. It is something that has been a joy for me to do for the past 6 years. This has truly been a 6-year project for me. Actually, we might be going almost to year 7 now. But we're finally showing these Pokemon off on YouTube, so it's really enjoyable and fun. If you do like the artwork, perhaps you want to take some home for yourself, and you could do so by going to our Etsy shop. Head on over to ptecreative.etsy.com. You can get a piece of artwork for yourself that is utterly cool in every single way possible. Now, let's head on over there now. You can see all kinds of cool Pokemon merch and other merch as well. We have Pokemon mystery card packs. We have t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, hats, all kinds of stuff, and it revolves around the content we make here on the channel. But a lot of good Pokemon stuff. The Bug Catcher line is super cool. Kanto t-shirts are one of our favorite things that I've ever done, and also a very popular item with our shoppers. Stressy and Depressing line, because I just feel that one with Psyduck. And the newest one is the Johto t-shirt, which is going to be having a whole bunch of other stuff accompanying it with, including a sticker and a hoodie soon. Really excited to get that to you. If you want to get anything else, though, we got football-related stuff, we got Pokemon-related stuff, we got Power Rangers, we got Harry Potter, we got all kinds of cool stuff here on Etsy. So head on over to our Etsy shop. It's ptecreative.etsy.com, and you get a cool piece of merch and art for yourself, and you get to support a fledgling artist, which is all pretty cool, if I say myself. However, not everyone's ready to do that, and we understand that. So you may just be like, hey man, can I just keep seeing cool content and support you that way? You can, and that's totally cool. Head on over to our channel and check out the rest of our content. Monday, you get Pokemon card pack openings, which are really fun. We've transitioned all to shorts for Pokemon card pack openings. It seems to be the way people really want that done, so we're going to go to shorts only now. However, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, we have new podcasts. Tuesday, it's the Onetta Show. It's the flagship show. It's been running for almost half a year now. A lot of cool stuff, rotating topics around. We just had an episode about Super Smash Bros. We got more crossover episodes with the Onetta movie show coming and a lot of other cool things. Check out the podcast. Wednesday, you're already here. You already know it. You already love it. It's Pokemon Bliss and Oblivion project with new fakemon every single week. Thursday, it's the Onetta Football Show. We are covering all kinds of cool stuff revolving around the world of football, and we have now started, or we're about to start, that's the correct words, the NFL expansion project, where we're seeing how the NFL could expand throughout the rest of the world, which is really fun and theoretical work that I can't wait to really show you guys. We gave it a little bit of a tease with the expansion draft, and we're soon to go into full-on expansion project. It's going to be really cool. Fridays, you get a rotational show. Could be the Adventures show, which is utterly cool if I do say so myself. And I utterly adore it. However, we covered the Grand Canyon on the last episode of that, and that came out on the 12th of this month. But you can also get the Onetta Brick Builder Show, and that newest episode is coming to you this week, this Friday. And it's going to be awesome. But we're building Lego kits, doing a lot of cool stuff like that. We're also getting Pokemon card pack openings occasionally. We get Yu-Gi-Oh card pack openings. We even get little Orcana in there, and we got specialty projects coming your way on Fridays, which are super fun, super cool. And as I said, Saturdays now we have the brand new Onetta movie show. We're covering movies with my co-host, and it is a super fun time. And this week, that's right, let me check my dates here for you quick. Bingo, bango, ready to go. I'll be back in the great state of Wisconsin, as this is one of, if possibly not, the last video I'll ever be recording in my home in Philadelphia, as I've lived here for the past couple of years. You can probably tell by the barren nails that are still on the wall over here. But I wanted to give you that because now this coming episode of the Oneida Movie Show, we're going to be reviewing Deadpool and Wolverine. Already bought my tickets. I'm so excited, as a treat to finally go back home. Going back to the movie theater chain that I loved growing up as a child to go do that. So you can go check out that review as well. Check out the rest of our content. You get all 3 of our podcasts here on YouTube or on Spotify. The rest of our content's all available here on YouTube. Super cool. No matter which way you catch it, go do so. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram for even cool and more unique stuff that we post there. And as always, give this video likes, comments, subscribes, and let us know how you feel about these videos. So we want to make them better for you, the people watching them, which is always cool. Thank you so much for your support. It is always appreciated. Peace, love, and hugs to all you fellow trainers. I'll see you in the next visit. Bye!